Spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback keeps it. And he's not going anywhere to start the night as the home team greets their visitors rather rudely. On second down, just keeps firing. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Hey, quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Thorne. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Redhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Redhawks are flying down the field. Wide out in motion. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. And the Redhawks want to pick up the tempo. Give to the back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
This is a designed run.
The ball carried by the quarterback. Gain of 3. Good enough for a first down.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Quarterback keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
After another clutch third down conversion, it's 1st and goal.
3:25. Convoy.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Redhawks.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Makes one man miss. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They're bringing heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Miami, Ohio, 7. Florida Atlantic, 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. An 84-yard drive there. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Fires into traffic, intercepted.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's back to throw on second down. Finds a man on the right. Tackle is made after the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Going up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Number 6 makes the catch and takes it in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 flash. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The Red Hawks will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, and they're able to get him down at the 45. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
The guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He's got trips right, a single receiver to the left on second and short. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Forced out of the pocket. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Black 24. Black 24. Slide 22.
The give to the back. Steamrolls his way ahead. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. A little release to the back. Flying the friendly skies. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
You know, and I think they were a nickel package right there. And I like that because you bring an extra DB on the field. Now, is that guy covering? But you can also blitz with him. He can chase down the quarterback and force fourth downs. I love when they bring in a nickel package.
On the move. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances. And you tell your team about it all week. And you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation.
And he intercepts it. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the roll.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And listen, the quarterback drops back and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
On the run, it's Powers. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A third and long coming up here.
42, spot.
From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends. and you know you're in trouble.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. What a cut. Now he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Quarterback moving. Looking to the big tight end. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 7 over Washington. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And the Redhawks want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back to pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
Motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. No huddle here for the offense. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Redhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide out in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Thorne. Touchdown, Miami! What a grab and go for the score. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida Atlantic 28, Miami, Ohio 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground with the back. Still running at the 40. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Getting a shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Using his feet to buy time. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Redhawks want to move quickly.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? You just can't come up with the completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And and the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Going over the top. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll throw it on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will keep it. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He unleashes a long one. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
The Owls will move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down line.
They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 28 to Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. He'll try to do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it. So he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the...
He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so...
Looking to take a shot. And he reels it in inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. Got his man in the middle.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Hawks. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
In the end zone.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
2nd down coming up.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. winning those individual 6-second battles every